Hi guys, it's Lizzie from the Academy team. Last week, DJI announced their brand new drone, the Mavic Air 2. This little guy right here. If you want to find out the tech features and what's different compared to the original Mavic Air, then click on the link in our description and watch our first look, first impressions video. If you just want to find out how to set your drone up and a nice little walkthrough of the DJI Fly app, then stay tuned. Okay, so this might not be the most conventional video when it comes to a drone, but seeing as we're all still safely staying at home, I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm going to take you through the app. We're going to look through some of the features that the new Mavic Air 2 has got, and I'll show you how quick and easy it is to get yourself set up and flying. Firstly, you're going to want to set your controller up. So remove those nipply joysticks from the bottom of your remote and screw them into place. You just want to make sure they're nice and secure so that they don't go anywhere while you're flying. Now, I love the fact that they're removable, just makes it a lot more portable when you're popping it into a bag or a pocket. Great, so now you just want to pull out your phone holder. Now that also acts as your antenna, and underneath there you'll also find your connection cable. So I've already got the USB-C connection for my phone. You'll also find in the box you'll get the Lightning one, and you'll get a micro USB too. Okay, so pop your mobile phone into place, and once you've done that, plug it in. Now I'm just going to go to the DJI Fly app. This is the app that you need to be able to fly the Mavic 2 Air and also the Mavic Mini. What you'll need to do is attach your props. One of the top things to look out for is that you'll get two types. You'll get silver and black, and these will be denoted on the motors of your drone with either silver or black, as I've just pointed to, and your props as well will either have a silver circle or they'll be completely black. Now you want to make sure when you are popping your props on that you are putting them onto the same colour. So if you've got a black all-round prop, pop it onto your black motor, and the silver circled props pop onto your silver motors. And this is to ensure that your drone will actually fly. Now popping them on is quite simple. All you need to do is push in and twist, and that just locks it into place. It's a nice, quick and simple action. Once all your props are on, it's time to remove your gimbal guard. I'm then just going to open up the legs so that our drone is ready to fly. And I always like to use this opportunity to open up the props as well. They will be forced open when you turn the drone on anyway, so it's not a big deal if you don't want to do that. I use it as an opportunity to check the props for any damage. So it's worthwhile just running your fingers along the edges to make sure there are no nicks or chunks that have been taken out of it. Next up then, we want to head back to our remote control and we want to power it on. So tap and hold that power button. We'll get a nice notification on here, just click OK. And then click connect to aircraft. Now if your drone isn't already on, and I always advise you turning your remote control on before the drone, you'll get these instructions on what to do. So head on over to your drone and power it on. Once that's done and it's connected, you'll then get your gimbal camera view right there. So that is what Mr. Drone can see. Now to fly and power up, just joysticks in. This is quite nice. You get a nice little reminder to check that your props are on the right way. Just click OK to that if you have checked. Joysticks in, and away you go. Okay, so this is actually quite a nice scene with some shadow and some contrast and some highlights right there to test out those photo modes. So I'm just going to click on the square option at the top, and that brings up my camera options. So you'll see here you've got photo video. But on the photo modes, I've got single. I'm going to choose 48 megapixel and just take a photo. Once that's saved, I'm also just going to do a single photo too, just to see the difference once it's on a computer. And finally, smart photo. So smart photo is supposed to create that HDR, noise reduction, etc, etc. So it'll be good to compare that to the single shot and the 48 megapixel one too. We've also got some video options on here as well. So the drone will shoot 4K at 60, so let's just record a nice little 4K clip, as well as your slow motion and your full HD options too. That's it, Lizzie. Nice interesting view from the garden. So it really is as simple as 3 steps to get yourself up and flying with the DJI Mavic Air 2. I did also take a couple of examples of photos and video as well, just of the same scene with it in the air, so I can compare a single shot 48 megapixel photo and a smart photo too. So I'll load those up afterwards. But I thought now that we've got the drone turned on and connected to the DJI Fly app, let's take a look around the app. Okay, so firstly on the bottom left here, we'll be able to see our map, the height and the distance in which we are travelling as well. Auto takeoff or auto land. We've also got that takeoff is permitted, so we are good to fly if we want to. And on the top right corner, we've got the power of our controller as well as all of our satellite options to let us know that we have got a good connection. Tap on those bits and you've got your full menu there as well. So this will be able to set your max distance or altitude, just to make sure you are flying within your guidelines. You can change whether you want it to be metric or imperial. This is where you can access your raw shooting, histogram, white balance, where your drone is going to be storing its information to, so SD card or internal storage, and where you would go to update your firmware, so you can check it all in there. Back to the home screen, we have got our playback, so it's got some of my images and videos that I shot earlier, and we've got the camera settings again. So let's look a bit more detail at these. So I've already been through this, so 48 megapixel, massive cell point there for great detail. Smart photo, burst mode, so we can do up to 7 pictures in a burst, and we've got our timed shot as well, so we can do a nice little self timer, and all of our video options too. So you just kind of scroll through to select what video mode you want and what video setting you want as well. We've also got HDR video option and slow motion too for some really epic footage. You've got quick shots and you've got hyperlapse and also panoramic mode on there too. It will really help add that dynamic kind of effect to your videos if you are not a confident flyer or videographer. Just in the bottom corner as well, we've got the option to switch from auto into manual, and then we get all of the options to adjust our ISO and our shutter speeds too. So you can really take full control and capture some brilliant photos. Now I'd like to say that it's more complicated than that, but it really isn't. DJI have done a fantastic job at simplifying the view for you as a pilot. So if you're just getting into it, you're not overwhelmed by loads of stats figures or options that are appearing on your screen at all. You've got clear view of what your drone can see, so you know exactly where you're going. You've got all of the important information on the screen for you to see, and then you've got quick access to those video or photo controls too. And with those added intelligent flight modes in the form of your quick shots, you're going to get some incredible looking footage while ensuring that you're keeping sight of your drone and flying safe. Got the images that I took earlier on in the garden just loaded up onto Lightroom now, so I can take a look. 48 megapixel, 12 megapixel still one shot image, and the smart photo, which again records at 12 megapixels, and I can already see the amount of detail that's been captured in those clouds is amazing. Wow, I'm very impressed. Also got quite a lot picked up there in the bush and on that side panelling on the roof there as well. That's incredible to come straight out of the camera. I am very impressed. Let's just compare that to the 12 megapixel image. So you can already see the clouds are a lot flatter there, the colour's a bit duller as well. And then the 48 megapixel, slightly confused as to why the exposure of that one's so dark, but a few tweaks in Lightroom and I'll be able to pull the shadows right back out again. Let's take a look at the noise. So zoomed in, it's a little bit noisy. How about the noise in this one? Slightly less. That's quite a good looking 12 megapixel shot right there. How about that Smart Photo? So Smart Photo has noise reduction as well as the HDR effect that you get to it, and yeah, wow, you can definitely see that working there. Very impressive. That's it for now. I'm going to pop Mr. Droney and the controller on charge to look forward to the day where we can get out to fly it properly. I hope you found this setup useful. If you have, please give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell icon so you can stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you've got any questions at all on the DJI Mavic Air 2, then drop them in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.